Welcome back to Fight the Baby, number 8.
1 and 2.
Baby boo.
Number 8, baby. What do you say? Remember, the first rule of Fight Dub is everybody talks about Fight Dub.
And the second rule of Fight Dub is
Everybody talks about Fight Dub. Now
There
that
you
we
go.
established the ground rules, we have a guest here. We have UFC fighter Christos the Spartan Giagos.
What's up?
Woo! The Spartan, like Leonidas himself, coming in the building, kicking bitches in the wells.
Christos, not Leonidas.
So, I just was trying to make somewhat of a comparison. I was trying to, not.
I got you.
You're bigger, you're better, you're more fierce, and honestly, way more intimidating than Gerard. We know Gerard. We're filming with Gerard. So I love you, Gerard, but come on, man, it's a real.
Right, he's a real dude. This is a real deal right here.
Yeah.
Modern day Spartan.
All right, so we gotta give a big shout out to our sponsor today. Our episode is brought to you by Onnit. Go to onnit.com. Use the promo code SKIPBAGS. You guys ever tried Alpha Brain? That's what they got on it. So placebo, double-blind study out of a couple institutions in Massachusetts where it enhances memory and focus and all natural, USADA approved. Yeah. John, talking to you, buddy.
Oh, John
Call
J.
you out. I hope he doesn't see this and whoop my ass someday. But
I used to take this before, and I did notice. Yeah, I was like, yo, wait. I just remembered that word. And that's like a word I wouldn't really use before.
and like
you know
recall
what I mean?
it.
And I was like, wait a minute, how did I do that? So
shit.
it's the alpha brain.
There you
It's the
go.
alpha brain.
You ever see that movie Limitless?
Oh yeah.
It's that shit though.
Oh.
That's it.
Could have used it in college.
So like you said, Mad loves it. Yeah, definitely do Alpha Brain over fucking Adderall. What do you think?
What, are you kidding me?
100,
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I don't want to be tweaking out on meth as a child.
man.
Get out of here.
Right?
Anyways, much love. Shout out to our friends at Onnit. Go to onnit.com and use the promo code SKIPBAG.
Skitbags.
To get your hookup and your discount and show them some love too. Anyways, Christos,
Yeah.
what the fuck is up, brother?
Yeah, bear.
Nothing, man. The roof is up there. But,
Oh.
no. Nothing. So I'm
Christos,
just-
you coming off of win. You're coming off a win, right?
I'm coming off a huge win in Australia, and it was a really big win for me because, I was coming off a loss from Charles, so a lot of pressure was on me. But then obviously my sister lives in Australia,
Really?
so yeah, Sydney.
That's awesome.
But her and her boyfriend flew out to Adelaide where
Adelaide,
I fought,
right,
and then
yep.
they got to come watch me perform. And
That's awesome.
yeah,
What part of the country is Adelaide in?
I don't really
know.
know, but it's like a 2-hour flight from Sydney, so.
Okay,
Australia's
so
pretty big,
somewhere
yeah.
close to Sydney.
Yeah, it's
because
huge. It's huge.
Australia's huge.
Yeah.
I'm infatuated with the continent, and also I'm a sucker for girls with Australian accents. So like,
Australia.
I feel like if I went to Australia, I might not come back.
My sister did that. So.
Yeah.
She went to Australia and she never came back.
So why don't you enlighten our fans a little bit about how you got into the sport, what your past career is like where you coming from? You're from Cali.
Okay, yeah. So
How'd you
yeah,
get into this crazy world?
I was born and raised in California, Southern California, and I played sports my whole life. But I also grew up kind of like rough in Hawthorne, and I was like the only white kid in school one of the 5 white kids in school. And I got picked on a lot, so I had to learn how to defend myself. And then my mom knew I was getting into too much trouble, so she like made me go to Redondo, which is like a better school.
Yeah, you went to Redondo High?
Yeah.
I live in Redondo now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I live
Okay.
in Riviera Village by the avenues.
Oh, I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah.
My uncle used to live there actually.
Yeah, so that's my hood, Chilpin, Redondo.
So yeah,
Bubble.
so
Bullshit bubble.
I went to Redondo, and then I ended up joining the wrestling team, and did really well. I played football my whole life, but I joined wrestling, and then obviously I was still like a little hooligan. So me and my friends, we broke into the wrestling room one day and with like MMA gloves. And we're like, let's do this. We saw like an event, it was like Chuck Liddell versus Vandalay.
Oh,
and
shit.
we like coached, yeah, for sure. So we coached each other,
And sadly, that's why parents complain about the UFC and stuff like that, because they're afraid that it'll make kids do stuff exactly like that.
Oh yeah.
But check it out. Yo,
But what are you going to do? Sometimes you got to fight.
You're making a career out of this. You're successful at it. So whatever, if it inspires kids to do it in a safe, responsible, good, USADA approved manner.
and then maybe only 1% gets away with it.
Yeah.
And just remember, it ain't illegal until you get caught.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, we did that, and then my friend's dad actually said not to do it, but we did it anyway.
Of course. This made you want to do it more.
Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
ended up knocking someone out who was like a 265-pound dude. He had 100 pounds on me.
Oh shit! Whoops.
Oh, hey, you better get that. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sign up for a gym because I can do this UFC stuff, and I did it, and like it kind of worked out. So
Yeah.
it was like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it was
Kind of worked out.
It was a dream that went big, and yeah,
That's awesome.
came out.
Now, besides yourself, do you have any favorite fighters?
I'm a big Anderson fan. Anderson Silva
Anderson
has
Silva.
been my guy.
Yeah.
And just
OG.
like, and now I'm like so fortunate enough that I've got to train with him a couple times. And
Oh,
it
so you're
was
at
like-
Black House, right?
Yeah,
Yes, that's
yeah.
right.
So it was so surreal. It's like you watching your favorite TV show, and then you just get to hang out with that dude all day. You know,
Right,
so-
right. Trains at Black House.
yeah,
Okay.
That's
yeah.
awesome. How do you like to train for a fight? Like, what is your camp like?
Camps are different. All
For
the,
each fighter, right?
Yeah, so we study, and depending on who we're fighting, we kind of game plan towards that. But everything I do is 100%, and I always train hard.
But do you spar in camp, or do you
I
keep
do.
that a little bit lighter? You know what I mean? Like some people go heavy on the cardio and less
Yeah.
on powerlifting, and like there's different strategies. Is it
Def-
really
definitely.
by your opponents, case by case?
No. I mean, as far as the sparring goes, we try to get guys. So if I fight a ground guy, a guy who's good at jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna obviously try to spar with more guys who are good at jiu-jitsu, so I can kind of like work on defending takedowns, work in bad positions. But if I'm fighting striker, I'm gonna try to fight like spar with guys who are good strikers and try to take them down because
And just stand up with them and try to get them to the
yeah,
ground.
yeah. So I'm a well-rounded fighter. I can take the fight to the ground, or I can stand. So it's like I'm fortunate
Do you have a
enough.
preference? Do you have like one you enjoy more? As
You
far
like to
as,
bang, huh?
You know, I don't really have a preference. I love them both equally. I really like to bang. You know what I mean? If a jiu-jitsu guy wants to bang it out with me, like let's do it. But but I really like my ground and pound too. You know, when I started the sport, I was wrestling, so I would always take guys down and just ground and pound. And I would never like if I'm in a dull position. I have mad ADD, by the way. So if I'm like chilling for like 10 seconds.
There you go. It's that alpha brain, bro.
Hey, yeah, I need some of this for sure. But if
I got you.
I feel like if nothing's happening in like 10, 15 seconds, like the crowd's not happy. So I got to make something happen. So like, I've never really had a boring fight. If you check me out,
That's
guys.
the showmanship in you.
Yeah. I got to perform for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have, speaking of performing, do you have a walkout song?
Yes.
Just recently, actually, my last fight was the first time I walked out to it. My friend made me a CD one time with like the Spartan chant, and I've come out to all. I have 23 pro fights, so I've come out to all different kind of stuff. So, but right now, my favorite song that I like to walk out to is "Natural" by the Imagine Dragons or Immortal Dragons. Yeah.
Imagine Dragons, for
So
sure.
it just there's a lot of meaning behind it for me. It's because like I've always been an all natural athlete. I've never taken anything in my life, and I'd rather be the hunter than the prey. And he says that in the song. It's just like it's me. It's all me. So
All right.
that's my song for now until I find another one.
How about favorite? You have a favorite fight?
My favorite
Yeah.
fight. You
Like
know
from the
what?
past watching or
Yeah.
something?
I do have a
Even
favorite
your
fight.
own? Whatever.
Nah, I mean, I love all my fights. Trust me, I watch them a lot. But if I had to choose, I think I'd have to say either the Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard.
Oh yeah,
one,
that's crazy. Yeah.
or Mark Hunt and Bigfoot Silva.
Ooh, that was a bloody slobber knocker.
Yeah. They're just those. I just remember watching those fights live, and I was just so into it.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Those are good ones.